Good afternoon, I'm Raylene Ramsey. This is your afternoon news fix for Tuesday, the 17th of June. A large fire still burning in Auckland has left a supermarket charred and studded with holes. Smoke's been pumping out from New World Victoria Park since late this morning. Shoppers and staff fled, abandoning trolleys as alarms rang through the building. Fire and Emergency Incident Controller Vaughan Makareth says the fire started in the mezzanine and roof space, but it's too soon to know the cause.
We have it completely surrounded, but it's just until we can contain it to certain areas before we can get inside.
Staff and shoppers' cars have been stuck in the parking area under the store. The Finance Minister's called out the previous government's plans to get New Zealand to 100% renewable energy. Nicola Willis fronted up to the Economic Development Select Committee this afternoon as part of Scrutiny Week. Willis hit back against the Green Party criticising the government's climate record, particularly around renewable energy.
It is very simplistic to say that oil and gas is bad. I'd put to you, absolutely, let's go for renewable energy. But 100%, well, that is joke science.
The infrastructure required for achieving 100% renewable energy is a stumbling block for many countries. Immigration Minister Erica Stanford's faced scrutiny over recent visa waiver changes. The government announced in April a 12-month trial waiver for Pacific Islanders travelling trans-Tasman on Australian visas. And from November, it'll allow visits up to 3 months. Last week, the same waiver was announced for Chinese visitors. Facing the Education and Workforce Committee, Stanford says these speedy changes circumvent the time it'll take to work on policy for permanent waivers.
It was shorter and easier for us to make sure we take these initial steps and not have so much policy work. We put them in place immediately.
Claims new employee-contractor arrangements will give businesses more clarity. Minister Brooke van Velden's introducing her Employment Relations Amendment Bill, which aims to make employment processes more flexible. The Public Service Association's calling the changes radical and warns they'll lead to less secure employment. Business NZ Advocacy Director Catherine Beard says the bill will provide more certainty around contract-based work.
Very good to get that tidied up and for businesses to know that a contractor is a contractor and not an employee.
Warnings, changes to regulations could help create a disposable vape black market. The laws to curb youth vaping apply to retailers, including stricter advertising restrictions and banning disposal bills. Pod-style devices will still be sold. Industry Association Chair Jonathan Devery says it'll take strong enforcement to work.
Authorities must act quickly and decisively to ensure that a black market for disposable products doesn't gain momentum, as it has in other regions globally where the bans are.
To sport. A one-season Crusaders cameo for former Wallabies playmaker James O'Connor will come to an end in Saturday's Super Rugby final against the Chiefs. The Thunder have moved within one game of the title in basketball's NBA. They've taken a 3-2 lead in the final series with a 120-109 win over the Indiana Pacers in Game 3 in Oklahoma City. And All Blacks vice-captain Ardie Savea is set to miss next year's Super Rugby Pacific campaign, instead taking up a second sabbatical in Japan. And that is your latest news fix. We'll be back with the next update tomorrow morning from the Newstalk ZB newsroom.